Hello world! Stay with people who not only motivate you but also push you to reach your destination. When you lead with the intention to guide and protect, then you feel love, safe and comforting, and most of all, you build trust and respect. We all struggle at times, and in those moments of uncertainty and anxiety, we can always see a solution or a way out. But when we are grateful for the hand that has been extended to us in our time of need of vulnerability, there is always another choice. There is always another way. We just sometimes need the calm, confident energy of someone we trust to help us find our way back. As long as we have connection, we are never truly lost. By Joel Clemons. On Nana's story, it said, "Good morning. In response to your request about what would interest you on my profile, such as how I cure my skin problems, my diet, exercise, what treatment I choose for my face and body, where I get my clothes, what I use for my makeup, and what are my interests, my lifestyle, and professional work content. I will be here for you definitely more often." So I start my every morning with a large cup of warm water with salt. I use Himalayan and half a lemon. In this way, I signal my body and digestive system that it's time to start a new day. Then I drink a special green detox mixture including matcha and spirulina and collagen from Nature Essence. This mixture works wonders. First, it improves the condition of my skin. Second, it removes toxin from my body. You know me, and you know that I don't promote just anything. Among other things, these products help me deal with pimples. First of all, I started working from the inside. My approach to body care is multidimensional. It's not just a healthy diet or exercises. It's also treatment. I'm very careful and aware of my choices. I need to be sure that the services I choose will be of the highest standard. One of the places I trust is the Clinic Warsaw. I'm 33 years old. I can see how many bodies changing. The area that needs additional care is, among others, the lower part of my belly. Pati recommend me HIFU concentrated ultrasound aimed at firming the skin and reducing localized fat tissue. The effects are visible after about 3 months. Warning, it hurts, but it's worth it. I'm crazy about natural look, Anna said. You know, I don't wear makeup every day. I don't have any fillers. I take great care to make sure my skin always look well-groomed and healthy. The second place on my list of recommendation is Skin Space. Isa did me the treatment called the glass skin. I'm attaching a photo so you can see how taut the skin is right after the treatment and what a beautiful glow it has. Nana post, she captioned it with, "When I started showing up as a woman I wanted to be, the world began responding to me, showing me all the different ways I needed to keep moving and healing and growing and stretching beyond myself, beyond anything I had ever reached before. When I started showing up as the woman I wanted to be, the world led me to a place where I could finally say, I am myself." It also go with what Anna posed a quote as it said, "She aligned. She's powerful. She's designing a life that lights her up, where she finds joy, pleasure, and excitement in every day, where she claims it all. She's doing her, and those that all her desires will follow. She is you." On Anna more about health, I used to be a coffee lover. I love and still love the taste of coffee. There are many theories about how coffee dries out the body, flushes out valuable elements, is unhealthy. That's why if I reach for it, I always drink it with clarified butter, cardamom, and honey. Try it. First of all, it's delicious. Secondly, its effects are not negative. So lately, to taking care more of me, I switched to matcha. It was literally love at first sight. And you? How is it for you? Maybe you have some decaffeinated coffee to recommend or a good matcha. Here, Simone. It's time to fly going to Israel. Keep safe. Nice and cool. Simone is now in Tel Aviv, Israel. As his work team in Israel say their warm welcome to him. Good morning, sunshine, Simone, as this will gonna be your home for a few days staying in the city. It's relaxing, isn't it?
Look, for sure. Look at the view. Wow, what a view. Simon, you're the view, baby.
This is so lovely. Yeah, it's cool, as this is a best friend friendship.
Say something.
Welcome, Simon.
Say something, yeah.
My bestie from Italy.
Oh no, what is going on and what is really happening to Simone? But anyway, if Simone is happy, let's all support him as he ink his body. He got a tattoo on his side and it's not visible, so we can't clearly know what is it. There is another one to be added on his finger. Can you guess, guys, what is on his side? Above his butt is 1993 and it's the year of his birth. And the one rose on his finger. And the happiness of Simone and the team go out for a night and Simone as their DJ. Let's put our hands in the air and dance and dance and dance. On Entertainment Weekly News, it said that director Paul Feig is back with another devilish stylish thriller, Another Simple Favor, a sequel to his 2018 hit, A Simple Favor. This time he's ditching Midwestern suburbia in favor of Italy's sun-drenched shores. Newly sprung from jail socialite Emily as Blake Lively invites mommy blogger turned private investigator Stephanie as Anna Kendrick to her glamorous nuptial in Capri. There the two women reunite as wedding bliss gives way to murder and betrayal. The film will premiere at SXSW next month before hitting Prime Video on May 1. When we last saw them, Emily had been sentenced to 20 years in jail for the murder of her sister and father, while Stephanie was reinventing herself as a PI. So just how did Emily go from an orange jumpsuit to something borrowed and something blue? You find out in the film, tease Feig, but let's just say she reconnected with an old flame who has a lot of power. Stephanie, however, is at a bit of a low point when we return to her life. She continued to be an amateur, the director tells Entertainment Weekly. She's in a slight bit of a crisis, but she still does it. She just becoming through something in that world that backfired on her a little bit. So we will met her not on top of her game. Despite his general reluctance to make sequels, Another Simple Favor is a return to some of Feig's touchstones. both in these characters and the setting. I resisted doing sequel to any of my movie, he explains. But I love these characters so much that I thought, well, there's more fun to be had with them, but that meant taking them out of their comfort zone. Fidge has long been obsessed with the Capri wedding of fashion editor, which he took as a launch point. I wanted to see Stephanie thrown into this really rich, fancy world and see how she reacts, he adds. The filmmaker also has a personal connection to the island, the favorite vacation spot for him and his wife. Capri was really another character in the movie, he says. And we have been going for at least 25 years every year, so we know the place. We know the people, we know how it runs. It both open to the world and insular as far as the locals go, but they are also very welcoming. For the film, Fidge liked the idea of an island that you can't get off unless you take the ferry or a boat. He adds, I called the first movie Suburban Noir. It was a mystery happening in a broad daylight. Anybody can do a movie where it's dark and scary, but if it is broad daylight and you are going, oh my god, what's happening? That's really fun. So I love the idea of doing something that has a lot of twists and turns in the most beautiful setting where everything colorful and beautiful and bright and sunny. It's a place where you go, well, nothing bad could ever happen here, and lots of bad things happen. Crop of new images debuting exclusively with EW emphasizes the beauty of Capri via boat and sports car as Emily and Stephanie arrive. They also showcase Emily's signature killer style, including a sizable black and white hat. There's a store there that sells a lot of hats. Fidge says Blake went in one day and found that hat, and she was like, I found this hat. We were just like, we are in. It might be the world's biggest hat. Lively's wardrobe is markedly different from her suit and pin strip of the first film, a deliberate choice by Fidge and his costume designer. We didn't want to do the same thing, he explains. We made her suiting such a powerful thing in the first one because it really matched with the job she was in and the armor that she put around her. We still give our nods to the suit, but also we are sending her into a very glamorous world. She dresses both to impress and to intimidate. Emily not the only one with a new sense of style either. Another image features Kendrick Stephanie in a stunning green jumpsuit, a marked change from the twee sweater sets of the first film. It was a big thing, especially for Anna. Fidge say of the shift, Stephanie's a little Midwestern mom. You read Vogue and Women and all these different magazines and go that seems like an alien world. Stephanie bought once to make sure she fits in, but at the same time she still brings along who she is. She walks a line. Sometimes she's glamorous, sometimes she's really dressed down. She realizes she can compete with this world around her. She doesn't have the same money that these people do. Fidge wanted to ensure all of the cast from the original film would return for this sequel, minus one key character who was recast. The Battle of Gin on screen. Aviation Gin featured prominently in the first film, as Lively's husband Brand has been replaced by Fidge Gin level artist stalls. There's no more aviation, he declares. This movie is all artist stalls all the time. I'm very proud of my brand. And actually, our battle is so beautiful that it fits in. It doesn't feel like it doesn't belong. There's never a shortage of martini in any of my movies. In addition to the returning cast, including Andrew Rannells and Bashir Salahuddin, the images also feature a new face, Alex Newell. Alex plays Stephanie's book agent, and I'm just a huge fan of Alex Newell, says Fidge. They were on my show, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. We had this role of this book agent that was pretty funny and thought, okay, this is a perfect for Alex. Another familiar faces in these images is that of Henry Golding Sheen, professor and ex-husband of Emily, who found himself caught in a love triangle between two women in a simple favor. While Emily's been in prison, Sheen has had custody to their son Nicky. Sheen has sought to come to the wedding to bring Nicky to Emily. Fidge explains of Golding's presence in the film. He is a not happy participant in the wedding. Though Emily has clearly moved on, Stephanie also shared an intimacy with Sheen. We will rekindle that flame in Capri. Anything can happen when what happened in Capri. Stay in Capri until you see the movie, Fidge jokes. But all the old relationships still burn, if you will, one way or the other. Michele's story is Jenny Hackman. As we all know, it's a sad news that happened that Jenny and his wife Betsy Arakawa found dead in their home. Yes guys, where is Michele this time and who is with him? Are you all excited to know? Yes, Michele, we all know that the building is really into centuries already, or you are talking about the Taro. Do you miss it? Or my question would be, do you miss her? It's a yes. Michele is in Rome, but he is not alone as he is with Moira. If you will ask me guys if they come back together again, my answer, let's wait and see on the next story, as there is no confirmation coming from them. As to the one who posted the video, the one who see them, it said that they just act as friends. Who believe here that they are just only friends now? On Moira's story, she is telling to us that we should not assume. Oh, as to what I can say, people just react based on what they see. And knowing Michele and Moira, they will show and post what they are doing in everyday life. So we will know what's next. Hope I entertain you all guys. Thank you for watching my video today. Comment your reaction below. Don't forget to click the like button. Share this video to others and please subscribe on my channel. Day 58 of the 365 days of 2025. A message to all. We are losing touch. We are giving up connection, love, and intimacy either because we are too afraid to hurt or too lazy. Technology can't replace our emotional needs any more than processed foods can replace our body need for organic food. Without emotional and physical connection, we become unwell and unhealthy. We need companionship. We need a best friend. We need people who love us and that we love. We don't need drugs. We need hugs. We don't need to be manipulated into complacency. We need to be inspired into improving our relationship and raising our self-esteem. It's easier to sit in a room and look at the outside world through a window than go outside and become part of it. There are so many things that are easier than thinking and doing for yourself, but nothing absolutely. Nothing worth having is easy. If you really want something, you don't take it, you create it. When you learn to master yourself, you become the creator of your life, love, and relationship. Instead of being afraid or lazy, you become powerful in a world that wants you to stay weak. By Joel Clemons.